the
I just landed in.
there we go. So that was a little bit of a mess up, but
They won't know.
at least it the sound kicked in when he said the name of the day.
Right. That's right.
Still know it's Friday.
You still know it's Friday.
Ready, Santa?
Ready, Santa.
We're all dressed up well. Yeah,
I have a Christmassy hoodie. Christmassy.
Christmassy.
And I got a red hat. The C is for claws. And for Christmas.
Hey!
Welcome if you're new. If you know, this is hashtag
Hey,
just saying. While we're prostituting ourselves, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You know what to do.
It's free.
Yes, it is, sir. You can watch First 40 here on YouTube's Listen Where Streaming Things stream. Watch the pre-show banter and TikTok Tuesday special holiday edition.
Woo!
Right.
On TikTok at hashtag just saying. Write it out. It's all one word.
That's right.
Prostitution
It
complete.
was me versus Sean.
It was.
Yes. It was a
It was a climactic.
nail biter.
Yes. Yes.
Who shall be victorious? Tune in to find out.
Indeed.
Yes. How's everybody?
Well,
Oh, we got a story.
no.
Okay.
It's just I don't know what day it is anymore. I mean, obviously it's Friday.
All right.
I was gonna say, Tom just told you.
Yeah.
I believe it's the 20th.
Yes.
Yep.
Four more days.
Tomorrow's the official day
And
of winter.
I've been having some trouble because I'm like, it seemed like Christmas is just
Too close?
yeah, like
Too quick?
yes,
Yes.
like it's too fast. And I realized it was because sometimes we get Thanksgiving, and then there's like another week or so before you get into December.
Yep.
Right.
And this year it was
It was
on like
late, yeah.
it was on like the last
Last Thursday of the week.
yeah, and
Probably
then
because
like
of leap year.
I'll blame leap year. Why not?
That one extra day.
I'll blame someone.
That one extra day really messed everything up.
And
So
daylight
dis-
savings are all fucked up.
So disappointed. Jeez.
Are you ready for Christmas?
I believe I am.
Okay.
I like to think I am.
Okay. I am.
I keep going over everything in my head because I'm like, did I
Forget someone?
do the thing I was supposed to do? Or...
Cross the T's and dot the I's.
Yeah, I
Check that list twice.
got my, I go to my nephew's Christmas Day
Yes, man.
and we,
No, that's Lorenzo.
no, but Enzo will be there.
Enzo.
Yeah.
That's close.
You were. No, this is his older brother.
Named
and,
after the car. Well, the guy who created it. Enzo Ferrari.
I have no confirmation on that, but I wouldn't be surprised at all. But we do a Secret Santa thing over there.
Nice.
And I'm not going to say who I got,
Now, is there a cap?
but I got that gift like right away.
Is there like a cap, like a limit? Like you can't spend this, or like a minimum?
I think the maximum you can spend is like $50.
You get a lot, $50.
I think it depends on what you're going for.
I mean, video games are like $50, give or take.
I don't think the person I got would have appreciated a video game.
No,
I think
just
they
like
would have
in
returned
general.
it, actually. Or thrown it at me. Like, take this shit. What is this? What is this you're doing? So, yeah, and then I keep going over everything in my head because I'm like, it seemed, the shopping seemed too early, too easy. Why are we writing notes? I don't,
So I'm right. We don't want to give it away.
oh.
I'm guessing who you might have.
Oh. Well,
I don't want to say it on
It's not
mic.
me.
yeah, you can't, I'm not saying on mic.
Nope.
Because it's all a surprise. Surprise! Ah.
Surprise, motherfuckers. Supplies, motherfuckers.
It's the season to be merry.
That's my name. No shit. See the line, Russ? Nope.
I decided to.
Nice line.
I decided to confuse the hell out of Joe, and I came down my lunch break and changed some of the buttons.
That's fine.
So now it'll be it's like it's all
I gotta
new.
relearn everything.
You gotta.
Well, that first page is the same,
Christmas.
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
What'd you say?
You got more Christmas on this one.
Yeah, I had not a whole hell of a lot.
What do you got? Let's
What
try
do
them
I
out.
got?
Let's try them out.
Well, for the Christmas, I have that
to be
one.
merry.
That one, which I already pressed. Oh boy.
Surprised you didn't line them all up.
You know what? I should have, but
Yeah.
it would have been to.
Like one whole thing.
I have the Ready Santa, the Artie
8 of 'em.
Sirius Clark, and you know,
Yeah. Nice.
they're not all Christmas stuff. And then after the season, I'll probably replace them.
Nice.
There's no point in having Ready Santa in the middle of June. Be like,
Yeah, too soon.
Santa's not ready. It's June.
He's on his own beach.
She's on vacation with the Rock.
He's working on his tan.
I saw that movie over the weekend.
What movie?
Red One.
Red One.
It's the Christmas movie. It's with the Rock,
Uh,
and he has to rescue Santa from he got kidnapped, and
Really?
Chris Evans helps him out. And Santa's played by J.K. Simmons.
why is he in everything all of a
I
sudden?
don't know.
He's in everything.
It was really good though. I'm like,
And what's sad is every time I see him, all I think is that's J. Jonah Jameson, and I think that's his real goddamn name.
Me too.
I sit there going, oh, that's. I was like, no, that's not his name.
it was really good. I liked it.
Crap.
Parker.
Yeah.
I'll give you like a spoiler-free like review. Like
Okay.
Santa Claus, played by J.K. Simmons, he gets kidnapped like 2 days or 3 days before Christmas from some witch, some winter witch.
The winter
She
witch?
kidnaps him. She wants,
sounds more like a
She wants to
bitch.
take his powers and like punish all the people who are on the naughty list.
This sounds like Rankin
So
and
that way,
Bass on
everybody
acid.
who's nice, you know, they don't get punished. And like the Rock has to rescue him, and he recruits Chris Evans' character to rescue him and save Christmas.
Is
you
Chris
know?
Evans a supernatural being, or is he just a regular
he's
person? Like an elf, or
he's like a hacker. Like he can like find anybody and like.
okay.
Yeah, it's
a-
really good.
He's IT.
That's a strange. He's the IT department.
It's really
And
good
when-
though. Like I liked it.
And when
It was funny and you know. If you
when,
get a chance to see it, check it out.
when Rock approaches him, he'll just say, "Have you tried plugging it out, unplugging it, and plugging it back in? Try turning it
You
off
try
and on
rebooting
again."
it?
Yeah, always try a reboot.
It was good though.
There were a lot of trailers this week.
Yeah.
What the hell was going on with that?
Let's
They
see,
all
there
decided
was
before the holidays.
Right. There was that one called Love Hurts with Data.
Okay. Have you seen this trailer, Sean?
Which one?
It's called Love Hurts.
I sent it to you.
Okay. Well, let me just give you.
Didn't get to watch it.
So the kid from the Goonies,
Data.
Data. He's obviously he's an adult.
Yep.
I hope so.
Yeah,
He was also in Indiana Jones.
he was short round,
So,
Jones.
and so like he plays. So what it appears to be, what the gist that I got from this thing is that he played some sort of hitman, and then kind of like quit the business, went underground. He became like a real estate agent or something.
Yeah.
And now he has to like bring back his hitman persona because somebody needs his help or something,
Right.
right?
Kind of like John Wick.
I mean,
Because he retired and he had to come back.
I guess
That's the story.
I've never
of
seen John Wick.
That's the story of John Wick.
There's
Fair
a
enough.
reason why we haven't seen John Wick.
Yeah,
But,
I
like-
know, I can't.
It's strange to see him as an action star. You know,
That
because
is
he's such like a nerd.
That's
He was in Loki.
that's exactly my point.
Weren't they supposed to spend the past couple of years trying to get Goonies 2 going?
They still want to do that.
Yeah.
They still want to do that. But my thing is that, like, there are certain people that you go like, oh, I mean, Jackie Chan.
Karate
you
Kid
know,
Legends.
Yeah, and
That was good.
He's and he's
That does look
action
good.
and
Yeah.
he's action and he's amazing.
Right.
Now this guy,
I don't even know how to pronounce his name. I don't want to.
I know. I don't want to mispronounce
Kwon, I
his.
don't
Isn't his last name Key or something?
Keyquan.
Data.
I don't. You did.
The Goonies guy.
Yeah.
I think he was in Lost also, right? At Lost.
I'm not
that
sure about
series.
that.
I don't know.
Anyway,
But-
I think it's been found.
And I mean, the action sequences that they showed in the trailer did look good,
Yeah.
and it made
Kicking
me.
ass.
It really actually made me want to see the film.
Yeah.
My only issue with that is that he sounds like somebody there to do your taxes rather than kick your ass. Like if I walked into my house and this
I don't
guy
wanna
was
even try with
this
us.
guy was sitting in the living room waiting to have at me, I'd be like, "Are we here to do math? Like, are you gonna?"
Are you my Uber driver? What's going on
Yeah,
here?
I wouldn't. I mean, just looking at him, he doesn't really look like a badass.
That's the funny part of the thing. Like, you don't expect him to like.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a badass.
No.
He looks like he's gonna do your taxes or something.
Looks like he was a dry cleaner.
No, I don't know about that.
I don't know.
He almost looks like he should be in a remake for 16 Candles.
Yeah.
But I was like,
Looks
I wouldn't be intimidated by this
I think it comes
individual.
out April.
But it does look good. It does look good, and I mean, I would watch it.
Right.
But maybe not if I had to pay for it.
Right. Wait for it to stream. Now,
I'd
would you
definitely
go
wait for it to
to the
stream.
theater to see Karate Kid,
No,
the new one?
no,
No, you like the trailer?
no. And I like Jackie Chan. It's just that
Did you know
I
about the mix with it?
the what?
The mix with it?
What's
The mix.
The whole thing with Jackie Chan's supposed to be reprising his role.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to mean that this takes place in the same time frame as when the remake Karate Kid came out. Even though that's supposed to be a movie of its own. I read this shit.
Okay, I believe you.
They're saying he's reprising his role
I believe you.
because I think he's got the same name.
Explain how.
Well,
I think he's got the same name he did in that.
Okay.
'Cause you know damn well they weren't going to give him Miyagi.
No, and they shouldn't.
No.
that's right.
I don't know. My thing is that I think they're kind of milking that franchise a whole hell of a lot. I mean, it
Right.
Yeah, this movie's
Kind of
Karate Kid
just-
Legends is supposed to be taking place 3 years after the Cobra Kai series,
yeah.
which was supposed to be around 2020 or 2021.
COVID.
This is supposed to be around 2023, give or take.
Yeah. I'm
glad I read up on some of this shit. So I like participating.
okay. I'm
I
sorry.
like knowing stuff.
Sean
you
is
guys
very
know.
insightful.
I feel like they've milked it as far as they go.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like Star
I
Wars.
think it should end with
Yeah.
the Cobra Kai thing and just be done with it.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not really asking my opinion, so
Sarah, what do you think? Well,
I know. I mean,
It doesn't matter what you think.
I'd be more than happy.
did you watch the Superman trailer, Sean?
No.
Okay.
Well, we can talk about it
Yeah.
somewhat. All right.
I've
So
seen clips on the news.
they released the new trailer for Superman Legacy or Legacies. I don't know.
There's another one that keeps going.
Different actor. It looks really good. Now,
does.
it's the same guy who did Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, James Gunn.
So it's looks really good.
He's I
And
I
there's
like
a
a
lot
lot
of characters like just popping up everywhere. There's Hot
I like a lot of
Girl
his
and
stuff.
There's Green Lantern.
Green
Lex-
Lantern
Lex-
was in the trailer?
Yeah, the guy with the green thing.
I didn't notice him.
Lex Luthor. There's
Well, I saw Lex Luthor. He was
Boy, was he bald.
yeah, he's always the ball guy. It's like there he is.
Crypto, the dog. The first time I've seen
Yeah.
Crypto in a live action.
Now I mean, like, with my thing is I'm gonna have to probably wait on that one, even if I wanted to see it, because I need to make sure nothing happens to the dog.
No, he's super,
I won't
he's super
watch
dog.
it.
He can't die.
I won't watch it. Yeah, but James Gunn likes to hit you in the heart sometimes. Be like, what are you doing
The
to
heart,
me?
the balls, whatever.
Ah, they did
I
it,
liked
they
it.
did us with Groot on the first Guardians. I was like, why am I weeping?
We are.
Why am I sad? He's a tree.
Give a hoot. Don't pollute.
No. But I like his work, and
So we'll see how it
I
goes.
I figured he was going to do a good job with
They'll
it.
probably have like another trailer for like Super Bowl or something.
Well, it's not coming out. It's not coming out till
I think April. No.
April?
Oh,
It's
July
in-
11th.
oh, geez,
Which
July.
is like right around my birthday.
July, and they're doing a trailer now.
Well, that was just a teaser.
I don't feel teased.
Don't spit it, Sean. Keep it in, Sean. Keep it
I
in.
really only said that to do that to Sean.
Oh. It worked what? Once or twice?
I don't know.
I remember we were doing the show up in your office, and I had some notes here, and I had a picture of Princess Leia,
Ah, yes.
Carrie Fisher, and she got the gist of
Poor Carrie Fisher.
all my drink that was in my mouth.
Root beer everywhere. It's
Is
on
she
my
a Disney
ceiling.
princess?
Yes.
She is now.
It's on my ceiling, on the walls.
Damn, projectile.
Yeah, he just went, psh,
Damn, John.
let it go.
It's like a volcano erupting.
Yes, yes, sir.
All right, what else I got? I got a bunch of stuff. Saturday Night Live was actually a good episode.
They've been knocking them out of the park for you lately, haven't they?
With host Chris Rock.
Good
Oh
Lord!
yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
And special appearance by Adam Sandler.
Oh really?
Yeah, he popped up on the sketch. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's Adam!"
I think
It's like-
Martin Short's gonna be hosting soon.
Martin Short.
He's coming up.
Saw something on.
Either Martin Short or the other Martin. Dean, what's his buddy there? Steve
I
Martin.
like Steve.
They're always together.
They're doing a show together.
Yeah, they're doing a
With the-
live. The
They're
doing a commercial.
Murders in the apartment building.
only murders in the building. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good show. I've only seen the first season though. I gotta sit down and finish it.
Obviously, it's a comedy. Now,
Yeah.
No, they're detectives. Or
No.
Police officers. No.
No, but they
Or
are
are they the murderers?
they are fans of a podcast
Yeah.
that does like true crime. So something happens in their building and they think because they listen to this podcast, they can solve it.
Really?
So they try to,
Now that's what, Netflix or something?
craziness ensues. It's on Hulu, I think.
I gotta write that down.
Hula hoop.
Speaking of that, why does that one little girl want a hippopotamus? No rhino, what's this? Just hippopotamuses.
Well,
Like, it'll eat you.
she thinks they'd be friends. Clearly. She's like, he wouldn't hurt me.
Pet him.
I
And
got a hula hoop thing too.
Yeah, but they're not carnivores. They're herbivores.
Are you
They
sure?
They don't eat meat.
They don't eat. Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I know.
But
who,
they are like, big motherfucking.
I know who can answer this. Hey Siri. What do hippopotamuses eat?
Food.
Hippos are herbivores and
Oh,
mostly eat
Jack.
grass. Occasionally, they will eat fruits and aquatic plants.
Aquatic.
This answer is from worldatlas.com.
You know what? Thank you, Siri.
I knew that because I've never
I
seen
didn't
one
get
like.
that. Could you try again?
I said thank you.
No.
Don't mention it.
I won't.
I seen one like a
You jerk.
a full size watermelon. He's like,
Bastard.
like it was nothing. Like it was a grape.
Yeah.
Crunched it.
You ever see a baby hippo?
No.
They look very like. They look.
They're cute.
Baby hippo.
No, they look like a chubby baby.
Hippos.
They're like, what's up with you, chubby baby?
Yeah, I hear that song all the time. I'm like, why does she want a hippo?
Why are you hearing that song all
Well,
the time? I haven't heard it in 45 years.
The radio station they do plays all Christmas music, and
Oh,
they'll pepper in,
they'll pepper in the
you know,
grates.
Do the chipmunk one, do the grandma got run over by a reindeer, or the hippo,
God.
Mariah Carey,
Oh.
Dean Martin,
Hey,
Frank Sinatra. Some of them I'm listening, I'm like, who is that singing? I have to Shazam it. It's like Coldplay. I'm like, Coldplay? I'm like, damn.
Coldplay.
Yeah, they do.
And their Christmas Great album?
I guess
or-
so. Michael Bublé.
Oh,
Bubbles.
you always know when it's Bublé.
Bubble.
Speaking of aquatic things, is a duck seafood?
No,
Okay.
they have feathers.
It's a duck.
Yeah, but they live in the water. And It's in the
Do
water.
do they
Fishing
nest?
in water.
Do they nest in the water?
I don't know where they nest.
I
know
feel like they
swim
wouldn't-
under. They're on like.
No, I see them.
Ask
You see them
Jeeves.
on land.
I thought they were.
Ask Jeeves.
I don't have a Jeeves.
That's Siri.
Siri's getting an awful lot of play today. Hey Siri,
Uh-huh.
where do ducks live?
Ducks live in wetlands, marshes, ponds, rivers, lakes, and oceans. This
Okay.
is from SweetishHill.com.
Yeah, but are they considered seafood when you eat them?
I never see duck on seafood menu.
So it's poultry.
Yes,
Thank you, Siri.
I'm just curious.
I'd say
like,
poultry.
I'm like, they live in the water. I'm like,
The
I heard ducks. when
fish
I
are
was
in
a kid.
water. They're seafood. I don't know.
Siri was listening to this.
What are they talking about?
Be like, what's
Uh-huh.
going on? And you know, I promise, if I ask this thing one more thing, it's gonna be like, haven't you ever read a book?
You're on your own.
What do they teach you in school?
Not about ducks. I can tell you, they don't teach
They're
me
not
about ducks.
seafood.
See-
I thought they were.
Oh.
Fucking
Are
hat.
you all right?
Yeah. A little warm in his hat, but
I knew
check
it.
it out after we get to do the audio.
All the lights.
Yeah.
Before I forget,
Yeah.
I wish you guys were with me when it happened. This was hilarious.
What's up?
It's a funny work story.
Yay!
I never have one.
Oh.
So we had a delivery of copy paper from
Mm-hmm.
WB Mason today.
Okay.
And
Who but?
it's up to me to bring the guy downstairs to the room that we keep the paper in. And it also has a
You
bunch
need
of...
security for paper?
I got the key, though. Unlock the
Okay.
door.
Sean's the only one with the key.
And
Armed guards for
I
paper.
bring the guy down. The room has all different stuff in it.
Right.
It's also used as like a closet, supply closet or whatever.
Mm.
Because the officers that run the day program, they keep sporting stuff down there. So you got like a bag of soccer balls and footballs and basketballs, and you got some hula hoops. There's like 5 or 6 hula
Alvin.
hoops sitting on top of the balls, right next to where the paper goes.
What does DARE mean?
Drug abuse resistance
Resistance
education. Apparently, you never had it.
I did, but I
Oh.
never. I had the. There was a DARE program when I was a kid, but I never knew what it meant. I was like,
He
Say it,
had
no,
it.
I know
drugs.
it's an acronym. I'm like, what does it mean?
He had it.
I know,
He just didn't-
drugs. Drugs are really easy to get. Where did the G come from? I don't know.
So the guy started putting the paper in that area.
Okay.
Yeah.
And while he was doing that, the boxes were hitting the bag that had the hula hoops on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's leaning over. As he was leaning over, at one point, 3 of the hula hoops went on him and onto his waist. And I told him, well, might as well do it while you got it. Like, nope, my hula hoop days are not even here.
Alvin
He
would've
wasn't
done it.
even going to try.
Aw.
But it was funny to see him go on him and be around his waist.
Damn.
Like, you might as well try it while you got him on. Like, I'm not hula hooping.
Aw.
And he's a cool guy. He wasn't saying that like he's got no sense of humor.
What was the point
was
of a
laughing
hula
about
hoop?
it,
Just like
too.
exercise or just?
I think it was
Here,
to
do
trick
this.
children. Trick children into exercising.
And it's a way to see how good your hips are, I guess.
Hips still
Are they
alive.
working?
Are they working?
You got good hips? Try this out.
Probably not.
Hula hoops.
You can't
How
do
you
it,
spell
then
it?
you got bad hips.
Hmm.
I spelled it right, but whatever. It's written down. It's in my notes.
Yeah.
Hula hoops. Reno Alvin likes them.
Finally, a good work story I can tell.
Yay.
And it happened today.
Well, there you go.
Oh, there you go. I have a question for you, Tara.
Oh, shit.
Multiple questions. You play the drums.
I got a bad feeling about this.
All right. You play the drums.
Love that one.
Yeah.
How long have you been playing drums?
Well, I played when I was in school.
Okay. Now,
And
Say all your life.
no. No, because I'm not as proficient as I should be.
okay. What inspired you to play drums? Like who were like someone or something? You're like, oh, I'm gonna play drums.
Def Leppard.
So I figured if a guy with one arm can do it, shit. No, it was just it was
Just something to do.
an instrument that I liked.
Okay.
It's my favorite part of music. Songs.
I wanted to be a band nerd,
Okay.
and so I had to pick an instrument. You know.
There you go.
So I picked the
The
heaviest
loudest one.
So I picked the heaviest instrument I possibly could because there's a black case over there.
Yeah.
And when I was in band, that was what we put the snares in.
Okay.
So I would have to carry that to school,
Every
to
day.
class, and then from the class to where the lesson was. And usually the lesson was in the basement of the school.
You couldn't put it in your locker because you didn't have one.
Actually, in
Well, she had one. She just didn't really go near it
in middle
for
school we didn't
3
really
years.
in middle school we didn't really have lockers.
You had cubbies.
And I ain't gonna fit in that ain't gonna fit in the locker anyway. It'd just be outside the locker saying "Don't touch."
Now, final question: what was the first song you learned?
We didn't start the fire.
No, it
Probably
was
like a school band song.
yeah, it was like a school band. We had to do like a Christmas medley thing, so I got like Frosty the Snowman.
Perfect time to ask this question.
Yeah, and
Segue.
it's a segue.
Yeah. Who would win the fight between Rudolph and Frosty?
Rudolph would because he
agree.
could just melt him with his nose.
Yeah, and he could fly away.
You can pee on him.
Pee on him as well, I suppose.
Kick him in the pieces with his hooves.
He'd eat the carrot.
Ooh, yeah. I'll eat your nose.
Now you can't smell nothing.
Happy birthday. It's like, what?
The only
There's so many Frosty songs.
I dislike the cartoon, but the one thing that I do like about it is the evil professor guy.
Yeah.
He's like an evil magician,
Okay.
and that's his hat that brings Frosty to life. So he's like, "That's
So
my hat," but he had thrown the hat away. So he's like, "It's my hat," and they're like, "You threw it away," and he's like, "But I want
Finders
it,"
keepers.
and he's like, "But I want it." So at the end of the
Jerk.
at the end of
Possessions,
the,
9 tenths.
at the end of the cartoon, when he gets his comeuppance, kind of, Frosty gets to keep the hat. Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
And then Santa tells the magician, if you go home and write, "I'm sorry for what I did to Frosty," like there'll be something under your Christmas tree. So he's like, and this is my favorite part of it. This is
Do I
my
have to mean
favorite.
it?
No.
This is my favorite part of it. He sits there and he goes, "I have to get home. I am busy."
Let's go.
And he fucking. And as he's running home, you see him jumping over the hills and he's going, busy. I say that all the time. I say it all the time. And
Busy
thankfully, Jay gets the reference.
Yeah.
But I've said it to Nikki before and she starts laughing. And she's like, "That's from Frosty. We weren't allowed to watch that. Mom hated that one."
What?
I said, "I
It's
know.
a classic.
But it's funny."
There must have been some magic.
I can't think of a context where it would be viable for the soundboard, but it's the funniest part of the cartoon, where he's like busy.
Maybe you can get on there for next week.
We'll see.
There's a silk hat.
Then every time he comes to life, "Happy birthday!"
Well, born again. Happy birthday to himself.
He's born again. Oh, jeez.
Yes.
I had to go into the bank this week.
Oh.
I had to run there.
Online banging on your phone?
Well,
We
I
want to
had
see you in
to-
person.
I had to do an international transfer.
Oh.
And I went
By
on
your house?
Saturday. Yes.
Yes. I'm on the.
Quids and pounds.
And I went on Saturday to accomplish this. And they were like, "Oh, I didn't get the correct information from the people who were supposed to give me the correct information." So I had to write back to these people, say, "You need to get me," because they were like, "We need to get this done like in the next few days." And I'm like, I
I need
can't
more information.
I can't do I can't make you move faster. You
right.
can make you move. You're getting in the way.
Right.
So I said, "I need this, and this." So they got it to me.
Nice.
And I took a piece of paper and I wrote down all the information that the bank teller was going to need, and I wrote it. I tried to write it neatly. I probably just scribbled it.
Okay.
Because Jay likes to write in cursive to be fancy, and nobody can ever read it.
Does he use like calligraphy?
If he would, he could. But he does it, and then people look at it and they're like, "Huh?" We went into the bank, and he had originally written the information, and she's looking at it and she goes, "I can't read what this says." And this is an older woman, by the way. She wasn't a young woman.
Damn.
And I'm like, I shouldn't have let you write it. I should have just written it, because I would have just
Type
written
it out.
it. So I wrote it all out, and I put the new information in,
Yeah.
and it was all in the order that I thought she would have to enter it. So I thought it would just be like quick. So I made it to the bank post haste, and I went like running
They're
inside.
open on Saturdays?
No, I had to go on my lunch break this week
Oh.
because the Saturday was a fail. So I went back with all the information that I needed, and I go running into the bank, and I have the piece of paper in my hand, and then I get up to the teller, and I go to hand her the piece of paper, and immediately I think, on camera, this isn't gonna look good. I've come running into the bank, and
With a hoodie.
I had a hoodie on. I was cold.
Give me all your money.
And I'm plopping a piece of paper down and sliding it across the thing at the teller, and I'm like, read this. So
This is a holdup.
I hand it to
Give me
her,
all your money.
and I have all this going through my head as she takes the thing, and she's like, oh, okay, and she's clicking. And I said,
I want to see this footage.
this is the first time that I've handed a bank teller a piece of paper. I said, frankly, I was a little apprehensive to do it.
I would be too.
And she's like, and she kind of like is typing, and
Hands
then
on your head.
she stops, looks up at me, looks at the paper, and goes, oh, yeah. Like she realizes this could look bad for all of us.
Get on the ground.
Well, she finished what she was doing, and then I apologized because Saturday, when she couldn't do the thing that I needed her to do, I got incredibly snippy.
Oh.
So I said, it's been an excruciating process. I said, but I do appreciate your
I
patience.
apologize for my snippiness.
Your patience with my anger. And I was like, oh, happy holidays. I have to go now.
Man, this would go a lot easier if you weren't snippy.
No, I mean, she was just looking at me. She's like, I can't do nothing. And I was like, this wasn't an issue prior. Why does you need this code now? And she's like, well, I have to put it. It was a whole thing. And I'm like, this is bullshit. My door is very busy. It keeps.
That there is an RV.
Yeah.
With you being snippy, you should have probably done what one of the things
There you
George Collins said
Yeah.
in one of his skits about walking into the store. Are you open on Thursday?
Thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, the thing was, is I really wanted Jay to go back. I really didn't want to go back because I was
You do it. No,
Snippy.
you do it. No, you do it.
snippy. So I was like, I'm
Security
gonna
might have been waiting for you.
have to go back and deal with that woman. But when we were about to leave the bank, and I said something about like, oh, I guess you'll just have to come back on Monday or something like that, because he gets home at like between 3 and 3:30. I was like, you can make it to the bank
Yes.
when you get
We're
home.
going to close at like 5.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
he
plenty of time.
then goes on an extremely passionate tirade
About why he can't.
about how he goes, it depends like when I get to punch out and where I have to punch out from. And I said, okay. And then he goes on a tirade about somebody who hangs in front of the time clock so that they can be the first person to punch out. And
Clock
he's like,
watchers.
Jeff is always there, and I'm like, shove Jeff out of the way. You gotta go. So when I handled this thing at the bank, and I apologized for my snippiness, and then she goes, well, she said, I figured I'd be seeing you because he seemed like he really wasn't gonna. He was very angry, and I said, yeah.
Use a tirade.
I said he doesn't like when people disobey the social contract. I was like, this guy gets in the way, apparently.
Speaking of Jeff,
Oh, there's always a
my
Jeff.
coworker Deaf Jeff,
Deaf Jeff. Is he hard of hearing, or do you just call him Deaf Jeff?
he has a hearing aid.
Oh, all right
What?
then.
He was recently let go.
Oh,
He has poor attendance.
oh.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
Poor attendance and poor hearing.
Yes.
So
I
he's
had to think about that for a minute because that didn't sound right.
he's deaf and he's late.
Yes.
I was thinking tendons, like with your body. I didn't hear attendance.
Tendons?
Yeah.
Like
Like tendons, like your bones and
Yeah.
shit. Huh? Bone, like
Sean's like, how would you
Muscles
know?
Muscles
and
and
tendons.
Attendance,
All I heard
yeah.
was tendons.
Calls out, shows up late, you know.
Sean's over there going, how would you know if he had bad tendons?
I won't have to worry about showing up late because he's
Well,
you got the boot.
he's going to be really late now.
It's a bad time to get the boot.
Yeah, really.
Did to himself.
Yeah,
Hope he's all right.
well,
Complain about your check being low. Show up for work on time, and show up. You don't pay to stay home. That'd be great. I'm gonna stay home today. We're gonna pay you.
I tried that.
that'd be nice.
Yeah. How'd that work out for you, Sean?
Sean
I
did.
luckily got out of it without getting arrested.
Hey.
Sean did do that. How long
Arrested.
did you get away with that?
I did that for just about a week.
Oh, a whole week?
And
Why does it seem like you were doing it for longer?
Oh.
Sean,
That
it was
was
now-
around
like-
this time of the year.
You go to
Let's-
you go to the movies instead of going to work. Or was that a long time ago?
I pretty much felt like I was doing a gym back then. I wasn't home, but I wasn't sitting in my car, though.
yeah.
And this was 24 years ago.
Wow.
Because I was working at Home Depot. I hurt my back. I strained the hell out of my back lifting the door up for somebody to put it on the cart.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I was out for a little while, and it still killed when I was supposed to come back. And instead of them telling me that I could stay out longer and heal, they were trying to put me on light duty, which I didn't want to do.
Yeah.
And
Take this piece of paper.
I'd come in, punch in, leave, come back, punch out for lunch, leave, come back in, punch in, leave,
Do they have security cameras?
and come back and punch out for the day.
Am I devious? Yes, I think I am.
Sean, Sean.
I did this for about a week, and then at one point,
They caught on.
At one point, they were talking to me about the back issue and all that, and then they pulled this printed piece of paper out, asking me to explain that.
Sir, we're going to need you to explain all this.
You have poor attendance.
I told them that I couldn't work. You guys were trying to make me do stuff that I couldn't do, and
That's no excuse. You got a job. You got a responsibility.
it was almost Christmas time, and I needed to get I needed the check.
Yeah.
'Cause if I didn't, I didn't have time that I can use.
Right.
But luckily, they just kind of let me go and let it go instead of arresting me for larceny or something.
I think it would be more like fraud.
Something. Larceny,
You're
fraud.
pretending to
He's
work.
like, it's something.
one of those two.
It's something. Pick one.
Probably both.
Yeah.
Bunch of your coworkers like, rough day. You're like, yep. Rough
Oh,
days.
boy, the customers today.
Rough day,
Woo!
going to the movies.
They kept me moving.
Gives me a little story for the rest of my life, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very true.
I've never done that.
Don't.
Sean.
Neither.
Sean's words
I
of
was
wisdom.
very lucky. One, that I was doing it every day and no one was questioning me until the end. And then they just kind of let it go because I was telling them that
We got you on camera.
it was almost
walking out the
Christmas and I needed to get the money.
Yeah, why wouldn't they? Well, I mean, I don't know why they bothered to print it out when they just have it on camera, you walking out the door.
They never said anything about video footage of me punching in and out.
Jesus.
Can you explain this, sir?
And at that time, I was making like 11 something an hour.
Ugh.
Damn.
You know what? They got what they paid for. You put in as much work as they were paying you. That's.
So you got up early every day to fake go to work?
Yeah.
That's awesome. What do you think about it?
The alarm goes off. Sean's
Damn it, I
like,
gotta go fake work today.
Sean's like, it's another day. Another day on the grindstone.
It's annoying to do.
I
though.
bet.
You gotta show up like 4 times. Punch in, punch out, punch in, punch out.
One of those days we hung out.
Are you supposed to be at work? I am.
Yeah. Sean's like, what's your work schedule today? I'm like,
I'm
Damn.
free. Very flexible.
He's like, oh, let's meet in Braintree. Like, all right. So
Don't you work in
we'll go to
Quincy?
Best Buy. All right. Yeah.
That'd be like
Then
when
later
like,
on, I was supposed to be working today. What do you mean supposed to be? Yeah, I punched in and left. What?
What if you like needed something from your job? Like, damn it, I gotta go get something. And they're like, hey, can you on the clock? Yep. Like you need to buy something. Like the only place that has it was your work. Like, fuck, gotta go there.
Oh, I gotta get that.
How long is your break?
Gotta get that hammer somewhere. Jesus. I was at lunch. I don't know. This customer needed my help. Oh, it's crazy.
And I load up a car and then
I was ringing out customers up front. You didn't see me? I had a line down the
I
aisle.
was shoveling
I'm
snow.
everywhere, baby.
You know what? The Lowe's near me
Right.
has completely gotten rid of all their cashiers. And it's self-checkout only across the board.
Really?
I've noticed that in some other ones.
And it doesn't it
You got
bothers
one
me.
person standing there.
Yeah. And it bothers me a little bit.
Do they check your receipt when you go out?
Not
See if you're
really.
not stealing anything like
They
Walmart?
stand there in case you
Walmart's
need
like,
help.
okay.
It's like, yeah, I'm stealing these light bulbs, bitch.
Yeah.
These are mine.
These LED light bulbs.
It bothers me a little bit because sometimes those self-checkout things don't cooperate with you. And then you have to stand there and politely wait while they notice the flashing light to come and help you.
They go, beep, done.
I went, and every time I go to Lowe's, that machine hates me. It's like, oh, it's you again. I'm going to make you call her over 4 times.
Paper jam.
But in that vein, on my lunch break, I wanted bananas.
Okay.
I ran out. Well,
Chiquita.
I like bananas, a banana in the morning,
Okay.
and I ran out. So on my lunch break, I ran to the store to get a thing of bananas and a couple other miscellany.
Mm.
And I decided, I was like, oh, it'll be faster if I go through the self-checkout. It's never faster at the self-checkout. But in my brain, I was like, oh, this will,
How many bags did you use?
yeah. Well, so
Always lie.
Put it
Zero.
in the bag in there. Take it out of the bag in there. You just told me to put it in there. What the fuck?
So I'm ringing up the stuff.
Stop and Shop's bad with that.
And as I ring it up, I throw it in a little bag, and then I throw it in the carriage.
10 cents per bag. Fuck.
The only thing I have left is the bananas. So on the home screen, it's like, it gives you all these things. And then so I push the little picture of the banana,
Weigh it.
Well,
A little scale.
here's where life takes a turn. I hit the thing for the banana, and it's like, please place the banana on the scale. Now, next to me, on the little platform, there's a thing that says, this is a scale.
Okay.
So I put the
It's
bananas.
labeled.
I put the bananas on top of that,
Okay.
and I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm like, am I supposed to push something? So I'm kind of like flicking the screen, and I'm like,
Yeah, motherfucker.
Wake up.
and it's churning, like it's thinking about it, but it's not really giving a shit. So I'm like, so I take the bananas and then I put them on the other side because I'm like, maybe the scale's over here. So the woman, and I'm kind of like, because I gotta get back to work.
All right.
So
I don't want to eat my bananas.
So the checkout lady, who's just kind of wandering around, looks over at me and she goes, do you have a problem? And I said, indeed I do. So she walks over and she goes, what's the matter? And I said, I am unsure about where the scale is. So she takes the bananas and like puts them right in front of the screen. And she goes, there you go.
Front
And-
of the screen.
Yeah, there's like
right
a
there
little,
in front of you.
Yeah, there's like the way you scan stuff in.
Oh, okay.
That scanner is the.
Yeah, I didn't know that, Sean. You
That's
weren't
where you put the fruit and veggies.
you weren't with me. So she puts it down in front
Bananas
of
or
me
plantains are the same.
and then looks at me like, And I looked down and I said, well, that says it's a scale. And she goes, well, no, that's so like when you
It
ring,
used to be.
that's so when you ring something up, it can tell that you put it in the bag. And I was like, oh. And I said, well, the directions should probably, why don't you put like an arrow here? And like, I'm giving her software tips. I'm like, if you upgrade this and maybe with the little arrow
It's not hardware, it's software.
or put something right here. And then she's like, yeah, I didn't make it.
Enjoy your bananas.
So I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot.
Were they delicious? Del Monte or Chiquita?
They were bananarific. They were Chiquita. Chiquita. And you know what?
Don't you have to wait to eat them so they turn colors?
No, but what I was going to say is it's the appropriate amount of yellow.
She's hot.
Okay.
Sometimes you get them and there's like a little bit of green and you have to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pure yellow. I was like, these are nice. This is my bunch.
Now, do you store them in the fridge or outside the fridge?
No, they're just hanging out on the counter waiting for me to decide to take one.
That's why I put them.
I thought like fruit was supposed to be stored in like a fridge.
No, you don't have to. I have sensitive teeth. I don't need a cold banana.
And you cut it up and put it in your cereal?
No, I just go rogue. I just peel.
Just
and-
go rogue.
Yeah.
I cut it up.
I'm going in.
I cut it up and put it in if I'm having like Rice Krispies.
If I'm feeling jaunty,
Jaunty.
I'll put like maybe sometimes a little bit of peanut butter on it.
There you go.
Or I have a Cadbury spread, which is really good on it, but I don't do that all the time.
Make a sundae out of it too.
You probably could.
Mm.
I know. All the
mean-
ways you can enjoy a banana. Welcome to the Banana Podcast. Did we have a winner last week?
We did.
No, we
Congratulations
didn't.
to Carrie.
Yeah.
She gets Deadpool 2. Yeah, Deadpool 2.
I was on
And,
a roll.
And she won for
and she won
Sean's
Sean's thing.
grab.
Right.
So she won 2 gift cards.
And my forgetfulness came in handy because normally I get it in the post. It's waiting in the mailbox
post.
on Sunday,
Ah.
and I've been doing a lot of OT, and I don't know my name anymore, and I forgot to do it. And then
OT. Otara.
yeah, oh, it's time. And one morning I got up and I was logging in, and then I see that she had guessed it right. And I think I don't know if I saw it before you even said. I think I waited for you to say you're correct,
Yeah.
and then I was like, "There it is. That's my confirmation." And then I got everything together and I ran out and I got in there. And then like an hour later, Joe's like, "Hey, Carrie got the thing right," and I was like, "I saw," and it's waiting to go out now.
Nice.
So it was one of the few times that my forgetfulness worked out in my favor.
Nice.
Because I could only send out one thing instead of two.
So this week's quote's worth 1 gift card, Dunkin' Donuts. You comment the name of the movie on the YouTube. First and correct to win. Sean's got a grab too. What's your
$5 gift card. She's holding it.
to Dunkin' Donuts?
Whoever gets pulled from this cauldron.
All right, you can go first, Sean.
Oh, thanks.
So drum roll, please.
Oh my goodness.
And we go.
I was going to trim this down. And then I was like, Feels like it's about 1.5 minutes long. My world. How many twinkling lights, Sean?
25,000.
25,000.
And the winner is
Tina.
Tina.
Hey.
Congratulations, Tina. You win 1 gift card to Dunkin' Donuts. And if you guess the movie quote, you'll get 2.
Nice.
All right. Ready for the quote?
Ready, Joseph?
All right.
Yes. I'm ready.
Ogres are like onions. We have layers. Comment below on YouTube.
Oh, that was a short one.
Ogre.
Short and sweet. That one I know.
All right. We'll see who else knows it.
I know, because I'm not eligible.
You're not.
I'm not. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next time. Before I send it down the table, you get a fun fact of the week. Let It Snow is not a Christmas song. It was written in July 1945 in the midst of a California heat wave. The lyrics describe the writer's desire for cooler weather.
Wow.
Interesting.
That is a fun fact.
Isn't it?
See, you learn a lot of stuff here.
Have a great weekend. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah.
Oh, well.
Have a good everything. Happy holidays. Ho, ho, ho.